Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for always coming back. If you're new here, you're most definitely welcome. My name is Anita. I do all things personal finance, self-development and self-growth tips. So if this is the kind of content you would love to see, kindly join my amazing family now by clicking on the subscribe word down below to get subscribed and join my amazing family. Today we'll be talking about some things to do with. We are in December, okay? Happy New Month if you're watching me. We pray all things beautiful that December would be very great for all of us. As we all know that December comes with Christmas and there's a lot of spending going on. We definitely are going to spend money. But a lot of people spend the money, they overspend actually. They actually go into debt because of the Christmas festivities. And when they enter into the new year, they are totally broke. They didn't make provisions for anything. They're just really waiting for their paycheck in January to come. They cannot wait because they are broke. But we want to avoid that situation here. And so in this video, we are talking about certain things to do with your Christmas, your December allowance or bonus or salaries that will be coming for the end of the year. If your money comes, what you should do with it so that you are fully prepared for the next year. Kindly watch to the very end. First thing to do as soon as you get that salary, most often the salary would come before Christmas Day, most without things being equal. So if it does come before that, make sure that you draw a budget. Allocate a certain percentage of that money, say 20% or more, to pay yourself. This is just for you and no one else. But I'll show you later in the video what we are going to use that money that we use to pay ourselves to do. Also allocate some monies for rent. Probably you need to take off accommodation for the new year, for the next month. Put some money aside for that, depending on how much you're paying on salary. That's why it's important that if you track your expenses, you would know what or how much you spend on each category of daily living essentials or daily living expenses. And so you know how much you normally spend on food, for rent, for transportation, for electricity, water. All these things, make sure that these monies are put aside. That's the first thing to do. I mean, after you've paid yourself first, put monies aside for your daily living expenses. We are planning for January 2026 so that we do not get broke and be waiting for January to come to an end and get our paycheck. And so we want to put the systems in place. Make sure you pay yourself first. Put some monies down for your daily living expenses. If you have been budgeting for some time, you really have a fair idea. If you've been tracking your expenses, you have a fair idea of how much is going to each category of daily living essentials. Having done that, now what do we use the money that we have allocated to pay ourselves first for? We're trying to build wealth here. It is not to treat yourself, Christmas comes with a lot of facilities, dining out, going for trips, vacations, and all that. But I want to kickstart our wealth creation journey. And so let's say the 20% or the 30% we allocated to pay ourselves, we are going to use that to start creating wealth. We have to use it to acquire certain assets that will kickstart our wealth creation journey in January 2026. So, what are some of the assets we can acquire for ourselves? When we talk about assets, assets are things that would bring money to our pocket. We are going to spend money, but at least we should make sure that we spend the money wisely. Spend it on an asset that will bring back money to your pocket, that will bring in the cash flow. You are going to get back your money at the end of the day. So the first one we can buy is shares or stocks of companies, have been a part owner of a company. So what you can actually do is that how can we buy shares? you do your due diligence of researching. We have stockbrokers, licensed ones, licensed stockbrokers. Go on the internet, search in whichever country you find yourself. So if you're in Ghana, like I am, license, you Google for licensed stockbrokers. These people are going to be intermediaries. They are going to help you to be able to buy shares on the stock exchange. And so, but we do not really need much. A lot of people think that you need to be rich in order to buy shares. Some shares of some companies do not really cost a lot. There's just some small amount of money in your hands. You can acquire some shares of some companies that you regularly, on a consistent basis, use their products. If you're in the like you use the telecos like MTN, you normally buy data, you normally buy credit at time, but you do not have a share in that company, make sure you buy shares in that company. If you normally use a toothpaste like Pepsodent, there's Unilever shares on the Ghana Stock Exchange, Fan Milk, all these things that we use on a daily or regular basis. Make sure Facebook and all that you buy shares or you be a part owner so that you can get dividends and also have your um, shares appreciate in the price going out, capital appreciation as well. And so do well to cash in on that one. Number two asset you can acquire is index funds, mutual funds. It's way better to put your money in these kind of funds because they have a higher percent in terms of interest compared to our regular or traditional savings accounts. Like I said, do your research in this before you enter into the new year. Do your research of which index funds to put your money into, which ETFs to buy. They are less risky. I mean, the stocks and the shares are kind of riskier compared to these mutual funds, money market funds, and index funds, and they are less risky, and they are a combination of companies that you invest your money into, so they are less risky, sorry, compared to the shares. Number three, guys, number three asset you can acquire is venture capital. When you companies are already established, you can invest your monies into them, and as they gain profit, they pay you a percentage depending on how much you invested initially in that company. Make sure you research very well and know where you're putting your money. You know, we want you to understand that you need to put your money into things that you know you're very familiar with. You really understand what you are doing before you do invest. Not just put your money into anything because the crowd or the masses are doing so. Otherwise, you would lose your money. Asset number four, guys, at a business, a side hustle. There are a lot of businesses just you finding a problem around you. Look around you, there are a lot of problems there. Find a solution that people would buy into, and then you exchange that for money. That is a very good asset that you can have in this new year that we are entering into of 2026. Make sure that you do not fully rely on your 9 to 5 job, but you have a business or a side hustle to solve problems and monetize that solution. Number five asset is learn a tradable skill. Learn something, a skill that can really provide solution to people as well, to provide service for people. Skills can never be taken away from us if we have it. So have high problem solving skills, and it's going to go a long way. We exchange that and monetize that for money. Number six, guys, is real estate. I mean, the real estate industry is booming right now, and so we want to cash in on that. If we cannot have all, because real estate is quite costly, if we cannot go into that for now, we can go into the real estate investment trust, which is called REITs. They are kind of stocks in real estate companies. So you buy stocks in these companies as and when they get projects and they build for somebody, the profits that comes into it, they pay you, and they are licensed to pay like more than 90% of their interest or their profits to their investors. So it's a very good way of investing your money this new year. Number six, guys, is your health. Make sure your health is the one going to take you the long term. By the grace of God, if you're healthy, I mean, you can really work very hard and work smart and all that. And so make sure you have a very good health. Take care of yourself, drink a lot of water, have enough rest, exercise, eat balanced diet. You know, the things that will give you good health. Health is wealth, and that is, we need us. I mean, you need you to go the long term to work. And so make sure you are covered in terms of your health. Have medical or health insurance in place as well. And lastly, guys, one asset we want to really invest into is our minds. Anything and everything begins with our minds. And so we need to have financial literacy. Life is a lifelong journey of learning. We never stop learning. The fact that you stop going to school, the four corners of a classroom, it does not mean you have stopped learning. I mean, life has a lot of experiences to teach us, and so make sure that in terms of money, we are using money every day. Learn something new about money each and every day and get very good or better or best in money management, proper money management to multiply your money and make your money grow and work for you. Guys, we are almost at Christmas. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. So, all of us, we do not want to be broke. So, kindly pay yourself first, like I said, and use these monies to acquire these assets before we enter into a new year. The Lord bless and keep us. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out my previous videos and watch out for the next one. It's bye for now. Have a great day.